Welcome to Gloria's Gab Live. Today I have with me Charlie Davis with the Emerald Society. You are the president of the Emerald Society,
No, I'm
or
actually
the chairman, or
I'm
what?
actually the president of the St. Patrick's Day Committee Incorporated.
Oh, is
We
that
are
it?
a finger or an offshoot from the Emerald Society. We are a 501(c)(3). They're not, so we can take
okay.
charitable donations. So what happened was years ago, the St. Patrick's Day Festival Committee Inc. was formed, and we're the ones that have been putting on the parade and/or the festival for years now.
And kudos to you, because we were just talking. I've been enjoying what's been happening with St. Patrick's Day people
Right.
for over 40 years. And it's been so much fun. And my youngest daughter was actually, both my daughters were in one of the festivals downtown that you said you were involved in as well.
Right. I was a fireman. My
Yeah.
father was a fireman.
Right.
And even before I was a fireman, my dad used to drive the truck in the St. Patrick's Day festivals and was an Emerald Society member. And so I got involved that way. And then through time, he retired. I started doing it. And then my kids were actually at a St. Patrick's Day festival dancing in front of the stage. And I kind of got involved with the festival. And then I ended up, being the chairman of the festival. So
That's
it
what
kinda
happens. Your
evolved over the
kids
years,
get
yeah.
you involved in a lot of
That's
stuff,
true.
don't they?
Right.
Hey, before we get into it further, I need to thank our sponsor, South Florida PBS. South Florida PBS is doing wonderful things. WPBS, WXCL, and the allhealthtv.com is a great place if you ever need medical information. And they've got a place you can go at questions@allhealthtv.com and get them answered. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff. First of all, let's find about coming up on March 11th. You have your 41st annual.
Right, so the 44th annual parade and/or festival. In this case, it'll be a festival, and we're moved to a new location, which is 11919 Southwest 56th Street, Miller Road, which is a German American club. They're
Right.
hosting us there. It's plenty of parking, free admission, but it's this Saturday coming up. It's not St. Patrick's Day, but actually this Saturday.
Well, you can't have it on St. Patrick's Day because in there you've got a whole week to celebrate, right?
Exactly. This is the start of the celebration.
And to your point, you get your green out, you can wear it all week, right? Yeah. So you shouldn't only be able to wear it one day a week,
Right.
or one day a
This is
year.
everybody wants to be Irish on this week.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I don't know if you know, but my husband came. He's from Scotland, but his family immigrated from Ireland. So,
Right.
and I
My-
think you have the
Right.
similar.
My family came from Scotland, and then I think they moved to Ireland or Wales, and they shortened the name from Davison to Davis.
to Davis, yeah.
So because it wasn't cool to have a Scottish name in one of those
I
other
know.
countries at the time.
Wasn't cool to be Catholic either. That was
Right.
tough too. Yeah. So it's you open at noon.
We're noon to 6.
Right.
The opening ceremonies are at noon. We have a Miss Colleen contest at noon. Ages 4 to 14. Anybody can enter.
But they have to apply ahead of
Right.
time,
We
right?
we should pre-register. They could be there, at before noon. We'll get them registered.
Yeah.
But,
But everybody's a winner.
Everybody's a winner.
So the kids they
Right.
really need to get on and let you
Right.
know.
They get we crown every one of them. They get a sash that says Miss Colleen. Interview them on stage and kind of gets them used to public speaking, which is good.
Yeah,
for
which
all
is
of them.
it's a great experience for kids. Yeah.
Definitely.
So mom and dads out there, bring your kids and bring your girls.
One thing I have to do, and as you did a minute ago, I have to thank our sponsors,
Oh yeah, who
which
your
are
sponsors?
Williamson Cadillac,
I love
GMC,
Williamson, yeah.
and the Miami-Dade County Cultural Affairs, the Miami-Dade County Mayor's Office, and the Miami-Dade County Commission. Between all of them, they support us financially, and we make this happen year after year.
Yeah. No, it's great to be able to get that kind of support from all these different institutions and the government, because it's important. And one of your goals or your missions is to promote the culture.
Correct.
Do you have the Council General
Yes.
coming?
Two
Sarah
special.
Kavanaugh?
Right, Sarah Kavanaugh is coming,
Sarah.
who's the Consul General.
Yeah.
The interesting thing that we now have a Irish consulate here in Coral Gables or here in Miami. We used to have to go all the way to Atlanta for that service. Now, she's for the past 9 months, she's been here in South Florida. She's also bringing the Secretary of what is the consulate, the state consulate.
You can read it.
Yeah,
That's
hold
all
on,
right.
let me read it here.
We'll allow you.
The Minister of State, excuse me, is also coming, which is a real big deal. She's flying in from Ireland.
Oh, wow.
To visit our festival.
So is she going to be there all day?
Yeah, which I don't know if she'll be there all day, but she will be making an appearance. Right.
Oh, how fun
and
is
there's the entertainment is so mixed up all day. You know, there's different things going on. You can come stay for an hour, or you can come and stay all day. We've got
and you've got that YouTube tribute band.
Right, we've got the
Good
YouTube,
times.
Wide Awake, which is a YouTube tribute band, is going to be there. We've got the Breffney School of Irish Dancers is going to put on a performance. They also teach you how to Irish dance, so when you leave there, you can.
Oh my gosh, how fun is that?
You can be doing the jig. So and our finale is kind of the St. Andrew's Pipe Band shows up and they march around and march in. And we've got some pictures we'll show later that highlight all those.
Yeah,
groups.
actually, we could go ahead and put some of those up. You want to go ahead and throw some of those up? Alex is ours.
Okay. So that's the Breffney School of Irish Dance on stage at one of our festivals.
Okay, which one is your daughter?
My daughter's actually the shortest one on the end, and the one in the red and white dress in the middle. Those are both my daughters.
Oh, the red and white, and then the far
one
on the far left.
Right, the one with the pink and orange skirt.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, they're gorgeous.
Carly is the shortest one there. She is currently a senior at Florida State.
Oh, she is.
Right. And Delaney, the one in the red and white, just graduated from Florida State with a master's degree.
Oh my goodness.
So they're no longer Irish dancing just because they got involved with other things.
Oh yeah, when they grow out of it. Yeah.
Carly, I have a picture of Carly Irish dancing at a festival in front of the stage before she was professionally trained. And, that's kind of what got us into the Irish festival, in itself, started me being more involved with it.
But once they learn it, it's not like they forget it.
No, they'll know that for the rest of their life. And even if you see them, we're at a bar or something with one of them, there's Irish music on, they're tapping their foot and keeping beat to the music and doing the little jig under the table type.
I had a friend whose kids were in, 3 daughters were into it, and they moved away into Canada, and he works for a senior living facility, and the kids came in on St. Patrick's Day and did a performance for him.
The girls used to go to and the Breffney School of Irish Dance still goes to different organizations and does dancing and they go to bars and pubs and it's kind of a lost art, but
Absolutely.
There is one Irish dance school here in Dade County, and that's the Breffney School of Irish Dance.
I should ask him. Yeah. So but it's such a great. I love watching it. You can't.
Right now.
Yeah, you never get tired of that. It's exhausting.
I actually went and saw a river dance.
Oh,
and there's actually some Breffney School of Irish dancers that have gone on and become part of the river dance program. And it's when you watch it for the audience, it looks so easy, but it's exhausting.
It's if you're a tap dancer, you get it. Right. And I never was good at tap dancing, and I thought I was never a dancer. Period. Good for them. But that great exercise too. So then you've got so you have that the Irish dancers. What's next? Do you have another picture we have? Let's see what's going to come up.
These are obviously some guests enjoying the. See, everybody's dressed up in green. Everybody wants to be Irish.
And I'm just guessing there's probably going to be some alcohol here.
Yes, we do have a full bar. We have the Irish Whiskey Company that's going to be giving away samples. So between the bar and the samples, there should be plenty of alcohol and green beer flowing.
And then I heard from another appearance that how do people know to leave? Well, bar closes and they leave.
Yeah, basically the festival goes on full bore until the music stops. The music stops, that'll get rid of a couple people, but when the bar closes, everybody goes home.
It's like done.
Right.
Oh, okay, what's next? Another.
Okay, there's some
happy group.
happy people
And there's your fire
enjoying the
truck.
festival. Right, that is a 1926 American LaFrance that the city of Coral Gables, George Merrick bought that truck when it was brand new.
No.
And the city of Coral Gables has kept it ever since. And that is the truck that my father used to drive in the parades when they had the parade at Miami Beach and Miami Springs and the downtown Miami. I used to ride on the back of that truck as a kid with Fred Hartnett, who
Oh my
was
gosh,
the ex-mayor from Coral Gables.
Yeah, of course.
And then
the Merrick Park, where you used to have the
right,
festival,
was named after
Fred
him.
B.
Right.
Hartnett
Yes, right.
on Circle Park.
So I've got great memories on that truck, both in the St. Patrick's Day parade and the June Orange Bowl parade.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you and I cross paths a lot.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, June Orange Bowl.
Right. So but that truck is actually an iconic piece that we used to have in the park in Coral Gables.
Right.
But now that we moved out of Coral Gables, it's a little out of its range. So we won't have the fire
so
truck.
You won't have the fire truck.
We will have rides for the kids, though. We have
so
we have a big state fair slide and a bounce house, an obstacle course, and a call, which is all free because we don't charge admission. We don't charge for parking.
Wow.
The only thing they charge for is the food and drinks.
Wow, that's amazing. So you can't beat that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a great day of entertainment to just come out with the kids and enjoy. We have two different stages going on with sound, music on both inside and outside.
Well, I plan on being there, just so you know. I was going, oh my gosh, I've got a free Saturday and I get to go. This is cool. So then we have, we have the bagpipes.
Right. We have the St. Andrews Pipe Band, which is the only South Florida pipe and drum band. My dad was actually a member of those and played bagpipes years ago, so I kind of familiar with the group. They're a big hit when they come to our show. It's the busiest time because everybody sticks around, and when they come marching in, everybody moves out of their way and they put on a great performance for us.
And that's a talk about a lost art. Learning how to play the bagpipes.
The bagpipes, yes. Definitely an ancient instrument.
My best buddy's son actually took it up, and just for the heck of it. And
it's hard. You have to be able to chew gum and talk at the same time.
Well,
and
it's like exactly.
You're doing three things at once.
Yeah, but I think he was at some festival where they were playing Amazing Grace, and he was so enamored and fell in love with it. But he said, I need to learn how to do this.
There's no doubt that Amazing Grace is very unique on the bagpipe, but
is.
very
there's something about it. Yeah. So does everybody? Do you have to pay anybody to do this, or how does?
Well, actually, we went over the sponsors before. It costs us between $30,000 and $35,000 a year to put this festival on, between entertainment, the hall, different things that we've done. So because of the cost, we raise money through grants and their sponsors to do the festival the next year. And without that money and support, we couldn't do it year after year.
Yeah, exactly. So now, does that mean that because you're doing a festival this year, that next year there's going to be a parade?
No.
Or it doesn't mean that?
We stopped doing a parade a number of years ago. It's probably been about 15 years or so since we've done a parade.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to think of the last time.
The cost of the parade these days has just become exorbitant. Between the police to close off all the streets and the merchants that have to agree to close off the street and all the stuff that goes with it, it kind of became cost ineffective to have a parade. So we just kind of bring everybody to one spot and have our festival, which is, more condensed, more energy, all in one place.
Right, yeah. Well, that's a shame, though, because the parade's always so fun.
Right, everybody loves a parade.
Well, yeah, but everybody can participate in the parade, too. It's like, oh, you guys used to do the King Mango Strut, too, which I found a picture for that was hilarious. Are you still doing that?
No, the Emerald Society does do the King Mango Strut.
Oh, they do.
We try to get some members together and participate in that every year. What I like about the King Mango Strut is everybody, you can enter anything. There's no pre-qualification or anything like that.
But I don't know if you know, but last year they resurrected it after a 2-year hiatus or something. And So I showed up because I always go because it's just a fun, you
Right.
know.
Well, with you spoke of that 2-year hiatus. We also have the 2-year
Oh, you did
COVID
too.
hiatus on this festival.
Oh.
So this is like the first time we've been back this is 3 years, and we're trying to recreate everything and get the energy going again and start it up and continue on in the future with it.
I think you're going to be surprised at how many people show up because people are just so happy to get out and start
Right,
doing
right.
stuff again. And you have the ability to have it inside and outside. So if there's rain or it's
we
too
kind
hot,
of, and when we used to do it in the park in Coral Gables, if it rained, which it didn't
Brutal.
usually, but occasionally it did.
got hot though.
Now everybody can move inside. We've got like I said, we have inside entertainment, outside entertainment.
Yeah.
We've got vendors, we've got jewelry vendors, food vendors, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And I can't stress, we can't do this without our sponsors. Williamson Cadillac,
Oh yeah.
Miami-Dade County Cultural Affairs, Miami-Dade County Mayor's Office. The mayor or representative from the mayor's office is supposed to stop by our
I'm sure.
event.
She's
So,
great about that.
Right, we're trying to help
Danielle, we want
everybody.
to see you there.
Right.
Yeah. No, she's really good about showing up to so many different things. I wanted to ask you, I did have some questions here. Hold on. So I want to see you at the King Mango Strip because I'm going to be there. I may have to march with the Marching Freddies.
The Freds.
The Freds.
The Fred.
The
They
Freds didn't show up this year.
You
There
will-
was only 2 of them.
Well, you can be a friend of Fred.
I know, that's what I was.
And I
had a
actually was
sign.
in the Grove the day after the King Mango Strut and met a Fred who forgot. So
Oh,
he
no.
was forgetful Fred.
Oh,
Okay?
oh my gosh.
But yeah,
It's so funny.
the
No, I was like interviewing people and taking pictures, and I met these friends, and they said, "Oh, do you want to be in the parade?" And I go,
you don't
Well,
need
I-
you don't need
I'm
a lot of
still
energy to be a Fred in the parade. You need a lot of energy to be a marching running with the bulls. Those guys.
so I
have the
had,
energy.
so I had to. There was only 3 of us. I was a friend of Fred,
Okay, a friend of.
and then there was
the
Fred, and there was another Fred. I don't know, but it was funny. But they used
But
to have
Fred,
like 35,
we have
40
invited
people.
all the Freds to come to the St. Patrick's Day Festival.
Oh,
They will
I
be
am so
those are the Irish Freds.
the Irish Freds.
Are welcome to come to.
Oh my gosh.
Remember, the festival's this Saturday.
Okay, this Saturday
The
from
11th.
noon to
Out on Miller. We
6
talked a
o'clock.
lot about Coral Gables, but the festival has moved to its new location.
I know.
Out on Miller Drive
Super,
at the German
super.
American Club.
Well, the other thing is that it's not on St. Patrick's Day, so people need to.
Right. It's actually
aware.
we're calling it an Irish festival. It's to get you ready for St. Patrick's Day festival. St. Patrick's Day.
And I assume that you'll be able to buy some apparel that's appropriate
Yes,
for
right,
the
right.
actual.
And when you go and you buy that apparel, it's not just like you're buying it for one day. You get more uses out of it.
There you go.
It's not like you have a T-shirt that you can only
Yeah,
wear
and
once a year.
you have
Right.
a lot of shirts.
Right.
You had another green one.
I
I saw the other green one.
Right, a little different. This is a Columbia green. This is so you can go fishing on St. Patrick's Day.
I love that.
So
That's great. Oh yeah, it's Columbia what?
Columbia
Okay.
Sportswear.
Oh, Columbia
Yeah,
Sportswear.
this isn't a Columbia commercial, but we're
Yeah, right.
promoting
No,
it,
but
right,
I just
right.
I didn't know.
And if you're in the market for a Cadillac, you can come out to our festival. They'll have Williamson Cadillac. We'll have Cadillacs on display. Salesman will be there to answer any questions you have. That's we're trying to give back to the community and also have the community help us.
Well,
Works out
actually,
great.
Williamson Cadillac they're so wonderful about supporting so many different things in the
Right.
community, and such a great family too. Yeah,
Thank
Big
Ed
fans.
for his support.
yeah,
And,
I'm a big fan. Yeah. So, what else are you gonna do? I mean, you go from here to.
well, if you can go through the rest of the pictures. Oh,
Oh yeah, do we have more pictures? Let's go. I thought we had used them all up.
oh. So
Oh, here you go.
the St. Andrews Pipe Band. Now
Mm-hmm.
there you'll notice they're in a little different uniform. They're in pith helmets there. I guess that's their winter wear, and then they have a little different outfit that they wear at our festival.
Yeah.
Obviously the tradition in the bagpipes is kind of Scottish, but it's Celtic, so that's why we have them. There's
Gaelic.
not really an Irish bagpipe, but There they
Oh,
are.
there they
Now,
are.
the interesting thing about this picture is that they're obviously at a Scottish festival here. And in the back, there is a banner from one of the clans that is present there, and that's the Davison clan, which I told you before
No, it's yours.
we're part of.
Yeah.
And we shortened the name from Davison to Davis because it wasn't cool to be a Scotsman in Ireland.
Yep, I know.
So, but it's a great traditional thing, very unique. You're not you can go to Cayocho or other for the Dade County Youth Fair or whatever. You're not gonna see a pipe band walking into a festival or a hall marching in like you'll see at our festival.
So this is your parade.
Right. That's our parade part of the festival.
That'll be great though. So I love it. It's Davidson.
We spoke before about the Irish dancers. They'll be there. You'll be able to learn how to Irish dance.
Yeah. So when
rides,
does that
food.
happen? Do you have like a schedule?
I do.
Is it on the website?
It is on the website.
Oh, let's see. Is that your program?
This is actually a program book from last year.
From last year.
The program book is also a sponsor book. Got the photographs of previous.
Do you sell them or do you give them out?
They give them away at the festival.
Wow. That's
all
inexpensive.
of our advertisers or sponsors are in the book. We also have a schedule in the book here.
That's a pretty book.
Very pretty book.
These are expensive to do.
They're-
So you sell ads in this though, right?
Right. We do sell ads, which are quotes, ads or
which pays for
sponsorships,
itself.
right?
Yeah.
Which helps us
Oh,
pay
this
for the
is
festival.
great. Is it too late? It's too late, right?
Yep, it's too late. Past the
bad.
deadline.
In the future.
We have
Nice.
a committee. We have a committee of 17, 18 people that work on this all year long. Judy Sherry's the one that puts together the book and lays it out and does all the editing. You're on the page there that talks about the Miss Colleen contest.
I know, but that was I love Marge.
Yep.
Oh, what
Marge was a Miss Colleen
What
every
am I?
year. Marge Hartwood.
she's the
She would
best.
take our
I loved
flyer,
her.
go up and down Miracle Mile, talk to every merchant, let everybody
I
know
know.
that the festival was coming.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, she was your PR
yeah,
person.
her Marge and Fred were very unique in the things that they
They
did
were
for us.
great. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Probably definitely can't be replaced.
No.
But we actually dedicated a bench in Fred Hartnett Park to Marge
Aw.
at one
Yeah.
of our festivals.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. No, she was a love. She always had a saying every time she saw me. She says, "Well, the party started. Gloria's here."
Right. So I actually have a picture of Marge Hartnett holding my oldest daughter when she was probably 6 months old, maybe not even.
Is that right?
Yeah, she was an infant, a couple months old.
Oh my goodness.
Getting ready for one of the parades in Miami Springs.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and her crazy glasses. Oh,
Right.
this would be. Oh, I lost it. Here we go. Okay, this would be so Marge, wouldn't it?
Definitely. Marge probably had,
No, she
those,
had
right.
all those glasses
right.
that had no lens in them.
Right.
I loved it.
She was like
I know.
almost like, "Where's the beef lady?"
I know.
I actually think Marge did some commercials.
She did some
TV
commercials.
I don't remember exactly which ones, but I know she did do some commercials.
No, she did. Yeah, and she had like her actors, whatever, her guild.
Right.
She had her card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, she was no
So-
slouch. That woman got her.
I went to their home one time on a rescue call, and Fred was ill,
Uh-huh.
and we were there for some reason, and Marge went back in the back of the house and brought out this emerald green fire helmet that my dad had given him when he rode the truck back in previous parades
No.
to show us that they were supporters of the fire department and that we
Yeah.
should provide extra care for Fred.
Uh-huh.
She had no idea who I was or didn't recognize me,
right.
and kind of a neat
Oh,
story.
my
I think we
gosh.
ended up taking Fred to the hospital, but that was
Oh, yeah.
many years ago.
Yeah, it was. And she was so, I always try to remember to call the park with the complete name. Because,
Right.
you know,
Well,
a lot
that's-
of people
Well,
don't.
that's an interesting. A lot of people call it the Pont Circle Park.
Yeah.
We always call it the Fred Hartnett Park.
It's Fred
and
B.
all-
Hartnett Pond Circle Park.
Right, and on
It's
all
long.
the permit applications and everything we used to do was that. But not to confuse things, the festival is no longer in that park.
In that park.
We have
know
moved
that.
it to 11919 Miller Drive,
Hey, guys.
which is basically 119th and Miller, 56th
and
Street.
it's a German American
Right,
club.
right.
So you can just probably plug into your Waze app.
The
And,
German American Club.
German
of
American
Greater
Club,
Miami.
and it'll take
Yep.
you right there. and there's plenty of free parking,
Right.
which is awesome. And
One
and
thing,
it's free,
right.
and the food.
Another
How
thing.
much do you charge them for beer? Let's talk about the
Yeah,
basics.
I actually don't know the pricing of the beer.
Well.
The beer in the bar is being run by the German American Club.
Oh, okay.
But they're doing Irish style. They'll also have Irish food available. We'll
Irish
have American
stew?
food. Don't know about Irish stew, but they will have Irish food. Shepherd's pie, corned beef sandwiches.
Okay.
We had some talk with the Emeralds about doing some Irish stew. There may be some sampling of that going on also.
I was going to say, wasn't there a contest at one point?
Yes, the Emerald Society puts on a Irish stew cook-off once a year. We were going to try to join that into this festival. I just don't know if they were able to get everything together and get it done. But in the future,
well, to get the cooks,
right? Get enough cooks and enough,
and to do it on,
contest.
and they would have to do it on site if it was competition,
Right.
Or could they
But
bring it?
There will
Maybe
be
they could bring it.
so I'm sure there'll be some crock pots of Irish stew there.
Yeah.
But the main fish and chips.
That's my husband's favorite, fish and chips.
Right, that's a standard. You can get that anywhere.
Yeah, right.
The fish and chips, the shepherd's
But you have
pie,
to put it in a bag. You have to put it in a newspaper,
the
right?
newspaper, right? Or it's not.
Yeah, right.
authentic,
Or it's
right,
not fish and
right.
chips.
And the problem is you can't get a newspaper anymore because everything's online, electronic now.
You are so wrong.
Right.
bet
I know
you
they
we
have
could-
newspapers here in this building. I know. I've
I
seen them.
think we do.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
them.
I don't know if we could talk them into giving you some of the older publications
Right,
because they
right.
don't like to do that.
Right.
We don't waste any of our newspapers. We take them downtown.
One thing I'd like to say also is I
Sure,
could not
what?
do this myself. We have a committee of like 17 of us that put this on. Everybody from advertising to vendors to the site to food. I mean, just
Okay,
gotta have
do you have
everybody
like when we do, my Rotary Club does the chili cook-off, you have people that are assigned for different things. So
Right.
what do you have people,
So Judy Sherry does the book and the
that's
the advertising of the book.
huge. Yeah.
Right. Without that, it's huge. John Doherty is our treasurer. Because
Okay.
without somebody counting the beans and figuring out if we had enough money to make it work,
Yeah,
we
right.
got to do that. Rosie Hart does vendors. She's in contact with a lot of the vendors that we get repeatedly that do it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
We've got a volunteer specialist. We've got, different people that do, advertisement grants. Grants are a big
I was going to
point.
say, do you do
Right.
your own grants?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've got
That's always the best.
people that help us, and I'm not naming everybody by name, but I want to make
I
sure that
know.
everybody gets recognized because,
Yeah.
they all do a great job. And if without the committee, we will probably have a parade of officers at the event, so I can bring everybody on stage and introduce them
That's
and thank
nice.
them.
Yeah.
So, because
Yeah.
we worked tirelessly for months for this little one day
I know.
thing. It's like
I'm-
making
I'm-
Thanksgiving dinner. You work for 3 days, and then it's 20 minutes worth of meal.
Yeah, but when you do these one-day events,
Right.
it's would have been nice to have a 2-day event.
Right. Once you
For
get
all the
everything
work.
once
Once
you
you
get
got
everything
one
out
day, you
there,
can
right,
do
right,
2
exactly.
days.
2 days is nothing more than a
Yeah.
continuation of the first, right?
So maybe that's what you need to think of in the future. You
Right.
know,
Well, we're going to do a week-long festival. Just
Ooh.
do the whole week. Just
the
call in sick to work and just
There
do
you
the
go.
whole week.
The Lebanese do. It's their 3-day.
Right.
It's Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday.
Probably
And-
because by the time they get it all set up, you might as well keep going.
Exactly.
Right?
And they have like,
We could have an Irish
Tables.
dance-a-thon. It'll be fun.
oh my God, yeah. I'm so
So-
into helping you.
But
Uh,
this year it's 6 hours.
yeah.
It's free parking.
And I think you ought to have a volunteer sign-up sheet for people to want to help
Well,
you
there
out and
actually
volunteer.
is. If anybody wants to come out, volunteer, that help us clean up, help us set up, get there a little bit early. We do have a volunteer sign-in booth. We've had actually a hard time this year with volunteers. We normally have high schoolers that need volunteer hours,
Yeah.
and they haven't been signing up like they usually do. So, we have to have somebody walk around and clean up the premises. We like to leave it cleaner than we found it.
Okay, so parents out there,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
do they contact you
There's
if they
there's
want
a
their
phone number.
kids?
There's a phone number going across
On
the
the
screen,
web-
or you can go to this website, which is the barcode up here,
Mhm.
and it'll give you more information. You can contact us. Tell us you have a high schooler that needs community hours.
Yeah.
Or you could show up the morning of,
Right.
10, 11 o'clock that day, and
Just volunteer check-in,
we'll put them to work, and we have the forms and all the paperwork necessary to give them the volunteer hours.
Perfect. Hey, so our time is up, believe it or not, 16 seconds left. Thank you so much for coming, Charlie. It was so nice meeting you. And
Remember, this Saturday, March 11th.
exactly. German American Club.
Right.
Okay. Got to thank South Florida PBS for sponsoring our show. Wishing you all a great week and a happy St. Patrick's Day week.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.